the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus John Megan's third, file number 22-018220 OD. Council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matt Nagel on behalf of Mr. Megan, who's present to my left.
Thank you. Today was the date and time that was set for a jury trial. I do have a motion to dismiss without prejudice in the interest of justice.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the defense would object to that motion.
Okay. People respond as to why you would object.
Your Honor, first, there was a motion for an adjournment made over email on Friday. I'd like to put that request for adjournment on the record.
There was a request to adjourn on Friday, Your Honor. It was very difficult to get a hold of Officer Traverso. Once I finally got a hold of him late last week, I was informed that he was scheduled to attend a very important training that is only held once a year, that is this week. I even checked in with the patrol captain, who confirmed the same. It is the training for, I forget what our acronym is. It's not SWAT, it's SWIFT or START or something of the sort. And only a very few officers applied this year. And so there was no way for him to miss that this week. And when I was fully made aware of that, I did request an adjournment from the court.
Your Honor, the defense also raised an objection to that request for an adjournment. This matter had been scheduled for a jury trial since March. Granted that was on the request of defense counsel, because I had a conflict of schedule, because I had another jury trial scheduled for the same date this trial was scheduled for at that time. That being the case, however, Officer Traverso had ample time to notify counsel and give us an opportunity to address it prior to the eve of trial Friday afternoon. We didn't receive notice about the officer's unavailability until late Friday. And so it was for that purpose that we objected to the motion to adjourn. Defense counsel and the defendant is ready to proceed to trial as scheduled this morning.
Okay. I see the stipulation in order to adjourn the previous March 7th trial date, but this date's actually been scheduled since February. So you mean since February you couldn't get in contact with Officer Traverso?
He's been working third shift. I've had a very difficult time getting in touch with him. He finally replied to me midweek last week, and then we tried to find another arrangement, tried to find a way for him to testify, and just couldn't figure it out between him and the captain.
When did you first reach out to him?
About a month ago, and he's also been sent several subpoenas multiple times.
Okay, you're objecting to the motion to dismiss because you don't like the fact that it's without prejudice. Is that what the?
That's correct, Your Honor. Specifically because on Friday or I believe yesterday, we received word that the court had decided on this request to adjourn and denied it. It was only after.
Responded to that yesterday. Yeah.
Yes, and it was only after the court issued its decision on the request to adjourn that the prosecutor indicated its intention to dismiss without prejudice in order to reissue. That would be an improper reason. That's just the prosecutor's way to try to get around the court's decision to deny its request for an adjournment. And People v. Barauka, the Michigan Court of Appeals has stated that the trial court is within the discretion of the trial court to deny a motion to adjourn under these grounds, and that a motion to dismiss, according to the wishes of the prosecutor, it is also the court's discretion to deny that motion and to dismiss the case with prejudice, because such a motion to dismiss, such as the city's attorney's office has indicated, would undermine the court's inherent authority to manage its own docket. So by filing a motion to dismiss without prejudice, given that it's merely not a procedural tactic on the city attorney's part to get around the court's decision, which was made properly in accordance with the court rule to deny the motion to adjourn in this case, I would ask that if that be the case, since the people are unprepared to proceed today, that the court grant our motion to dismiss with prejudice.
Did you want to respond?
Only response would be that the material essentially witness is not available, and so we would have to dismiss either way. I leave it at the court's discretion.
I believe that I was incumbent upon the city attorney's office to make appropriate contact with their witness to ensure that he was going to be here. And the date was set out so far in advance that it's unreasonable to believe that no one in the city of Lansing city attorney's office can get in contact with this officer or this officer's command if this officer was not being responsive to notify and to make sure that this was placed properly on their calendar, that there would be no conflict, and that the court could properly address any conflicts at that time. That's not the case. And so to notify defense counsel on the eve of trial, Friday, and then I didn't find out until yesterday that there is no witness, the material witness, to me, I think is grossly prejudicial to the defense and the work that they've probably done up to this point to prepare for a trial this morning. With that, I'm going to grant the defense motion, and that is to dismiss without prejudice, to dismiss with prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you again, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you. The iPhone 13. Who was on the iPhone 13?
Travis Paris.
Okay, Travis, did you see a notification when you were in the waiting room telling you that your proper name needs to be appearing on your device?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'll put you back there and let me see if you can see it now. Paige Smith?
Yes.
Okay. Were you able to see the notification?
No, it didn't pop up.
Okay.
Good morning, Nicorati. Can I get a breakout room with Paige Smith? Please.
Some bullshit. I got back tired too.
Who's on the Moto G Power? Who's on the Moto G Power?
Oh, that's me.
Okay, how do I identify somebody as me? Who
Sorry,
are you?
Brian Varley. Brian Varley.
Who's representing Mr. Pierce? Is that Ms. Donnelly or Mr. Lee? Oh, okay. She must need to speak with him. Oh, is she still in breakout room? Yeah.
Ms. Donnelly or Mr. Lee, did either of you need to speak with anyone here on the Zoom?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, who's on the Moto G Power?
I am Brian Varley.
Nicholas, I represent Mr. Varley and Mr. Moore, and we're prepared to proceed on both of those cases.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lee. Good morning, Zach. Raymond Hall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just a moment, okay?
Okay.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Travis Paris, file number 23-00203, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Travis Paris, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Today was the date and the time that was set for a pre-trial. I think we were adjourning this matter to allow him to go and get a assessment completed. How are we proceeding at this time?
Your Honor, Mr. Paris did attempt to go get an assessment at Pat's. Unfortunately, he has difficulty reading, and they said that they were unable to help him review the material and that he needed to contact me. So he did. I'm going to be reaching out to Pat's and seeing what the problem is and seeing how we can resolve this. I'm still expecting to get an assessment from Pat. So if we could get another 30-day adjournment, I'd be appreciated. Thank you.
June 27th and June 27th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Mr. Pierce, do you have any questions? Oh, you're muted.
Yes, I am. No, I don't have questions.
Okay, any additional matters for the record today, council?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
And none for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, Mr. Pierce.
All right.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Paige Smith, file number 23-00270, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Paige Smith, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Today was the date and the time that was set for pre-trial. We adjourned this matter to allow her to complete a substance abuse assessment. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, the recommendation from the CMH was that she do outpatient treatment. And she is attempting to enroll in substance abuse counseling. She works third shift, so she is trying to find the time to do that. I've asked her to try to do it this week to get enrolled. So, Your Honor, if we could get a brief adjournment so that she could find a counselor.
May 30th at 9:30. Additional matters for the record today.
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
And nothing for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
We're all set, man. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Brian Christopher Varley, file number 22L2736601, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Brian Varley.
Today is the date set for a pre-trial. We reset this because he needed to get a letter from his doctor in order to help with the process of him getting a new or valid driver's license. How are we proceeding at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Varley reports that he did in fact get the letters from the organization Origami that he had to work with. He also got his primary care physician to complete their portion of the letter. That information was forwarded to the Secretary of State. And Mr. Varley was informed by a gentleman that he's been working with at the Secretary of State that they would be contacting him soon to schedule his road test. So we're asking for one more adjournment, Your Honor, to allow him time to complete that.
June 27th at 9 a.m.
June 27th at 9 a.m. Do
Thank you,
have
Your
any
Honor.
questions today, Mr. Varley?
No.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor.
You're all set, Mr. Varley.
Thank you.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Lucas Elliott, file number 23-00545 FY, counsel appearance.
Andrew Stevens on behalf of the people.
And Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Elliott.
Today's the date and time set for a competency. I do have a report from the state of Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Center for Forensic Psychiatry, dated from May 4th. Did the parties get a copy of that report?
People have.
Yes, we did, Your Honor.
Okay, the opinion of the report is that Mr. Elliott is competent to stand trial. Is there an objection to the conclusion or the body of the report?
None from the people.
No, Your Honor, not from the defense.
At this time, without objection, the court will adopt the findings of the report and incorporate this report into the court file. And this matter will be set for a new probable cause conference and preliminary examination.
At 1:30.
Probable cause conference will be May 26th at 1:30.
And June 2nd.
Exam will be June 2nd at 9 o'clock in the morning. Mr. Elliott, do you have any questions today?
No, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record on these files, on this file?
The only thing I would add is I provided copies of an order for you to sign, Judge, but beyond that, no.
Nothing further from the defense, and we certainly would have no objection to order submitted by Mr. Stevens.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Elliott.
Thank you.
Mr. Elliott, you can let the deputy know that you're all set. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Elijah Moore. Is Elijah Moore present? Yes. File number 21L2690852, counsel appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Elijah Moore.
Today's the date and the time set for a pretrial on a failure to display ops. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, Mr. Lee has provided me with proof that Mr. Moore has obtained his permit and is going through the processes to get his license. So at this time, the city would move to dismiss.
Motion to dismiss is granted. Mr. Moore, this case is dismissed. You're all set. On the record, in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Raymond Allen Hall, at file numbers 22L2703231, 22L2733351, and 53. Mr. Hall, today is the date set for a show cause because you have some past due balances. It looks like you owe $180 on an expired plate. You owe $186 on a speeding 1 to 5. And then you owe $258 on a no proof of insurance. All of these are from tickets received back in 2022. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes. Mr.
Yes,
Hall,
we hear you.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
What is the plan to pay those?
Oh, well, I didn't know that we had to pay. I thought we sent enough proof and, sent proof that by the time they got ready to default that he had a stroke. He was in the hospital fighting for his life.
I don't have anything in my file.
I sent it to your office.
You sent it to Judge Simmons' office, or did you send it to the court?
They told me to send it to the court and it would get to you. And then I faxed it to you. Then I faxed it to his court-appointed lawyer.
Okay. Who was his court-appointed lawyer?
That'd be me, Your Honor. He had a couple of defaulted civil infractions before the case got to me, and I referred her to how to have a motion set aside for it because it was so long.
Gotcha. Okay, so Ms. Hall, you didn't proceed with the motion to set aside?
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
There was a default. This was the case. I think he had a driving while license suspended as well. Is that correct, Ms. Donnelly?
Yes, and that we did get dismissed.
Okay, sounds good.
Your Honor, can I speak?
Ma'am, you no need. I'm gonna waive the fines and close the files, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're all set.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sleep.
Can you remove him, please? We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Casey Land Tijerina, found numbers 23L 27646. I'm sorry, 4961 and 62. Ms. Tijerina, today is the date set for show cause because you have past due balances. And one is a balance of $175 on a no proof of insurance. And then you have an expired plate that you owe $155 for. When do you intend to make payment on those, ma'am?
Hopefully soon. I'm unemployed right now, so like I have no income coming in right at the moment. But I have been looking very aggressively for a job, so I don't really have like a specific day I can give you, but hopefully.
Were you on a
very
payment
soon.
plan for something else already?
I did have some tickets, yeah, some older tickets that, I haven't had a chance to pay on anything because I've been unemployed.
Oh. Or- Okay, looks like you have a bench warrant for a failure to pay. Or what was that, dog at large? Yeah. That was for the dog at large. Can you pull that file?
Yep, I did have $100 fine that I had to pay when I recently just went to court for my dog getting loose. And I haven't had a chance to pay that either. Like I said, I'm unemployed. I have no income coming in. So but like I said, I am looking very aggressively for a job to take care of all of that.
I'm gonna reset the show cause 60 days. I'm gonna have them pull the one that's in warrant status. I can adjust that one as well.
Okay.
July 18th.
July 18th at what time? 9:15, okay, ma'am?
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're all set.
Yep. Have a good day.
Same to you. It's a what case? That's fine. No, because it was, I'm gonna reset the due date on what she owes until July. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Amanda Dodge, file number 22L2768872. Council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Okay, Ms. Dodge, you're proceeding without an attorney, is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, T. Charge I have here, one count of failure to display ops. And we adjourn this because the parties were working on a resolution.
Correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Staples, oh,
Yep.
did you extend an offer on this?
I have not, Your Honor. Ms. Dodge her license is only being held up by a failure to pay a judgment that was rendered, I believe, in Judge Flores's courtroom. She had been working with the creditor to get a payment plan set up and get that removed. I don't know what the status of that is at this point.
Ms. Dodge?
So I was having a hard time getting in touch with them directly, so I had to file a motion for a request of a payment plan. And then they had 10 business days to object to it. And I just called this morning and they haven't objected. I think they have 2 more days to respond, but it doesn't look like they are going to object to it. And then I'm pretty sure I put requested for my first payment to be paid this Friday. So as soon as I paid that first payment, they should lift that that hold on my license.
Okay, we'll reset this. Give me 2 minutes.
May 30th at 9.
May 30th at 9 a.m.
Thank
Do
you,
you have
Your
any
Honor.
questions today? No problem. Do you have any questions today?
I do not.
Dodge?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Any additional matters from the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Annette Kamakune, file number 236969821. Full appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee for Annette Kamakune.
Today's the date that we reset the pre-trial and a failure to display acts because the defendant was scheduled to take a road test. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the defendant informed me this morning that she did take her road test yesterday and that she did pass her road test. I have not yet received proofs regarding the driver's license. Perhaps we can adjourn for 1 week so that I can get those proofs over to Mr. Staples and he can confirm that she is now a valid licensed driver.
May 23rd at 10 o'clock. Any additional matters for the record today?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, Ms. Kamakune. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Haskell Sauceda, file number 23-00172, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Haskell Sauceda, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Today was the date that was set for a plea. This matter was scheduled for jury trial. May 9th, let's see here. It was reset for a plea date. He attempted to take a plea back on April 18th, but the plea failed. How are we proceeding at this time?
Your Honor, it's my intention today that Mr. Haskell Sauceda will accept the offer and plead guilty so that he can have a reduced charge or an added charge of operating while visibly impaired.
Mr. Sauceda, that's how you want to proceed?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. I'm going to review your rights with you again. And one of those rights is that you have the right to proceed to a trial. You have the right to a jury trial, sir. And at the time of trial, you enjoy the right to the presumption of innocence. So you're innocent until proven guilty, and you have the right to have the city prove you guilty at trial by proving each of the elements of the charge being brought against you. They have to prove each element beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're willing to give up those rights at this time?
Yes,
Are you also willing to give up your right to remain silent and not have silence be used against you?
yes,
Are you willing to give up your right to cross-examine or confront any of the witnesses that the prosecution intends to call?
yes,
Give up your right to call your own witnesses or present evidence that you believe serve as a defense to this charge being brought against you. That's correct?
yes.
Anybody making any promises to you to get you to want to waive your rights and plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Any threats being made to you in exchange for a guilty plea?
No,
Currently on probation or on parole?
no,
You understand that a guilty plea can result in the conviction that you may need to report to your current employer.
yes,
You also may need to report a conviction known as future job application. You understand that?
yes,
And a conviction of this kind could have impact on any travel or immigration status that you may be seeking. You understand that?
yes,
Are you entering a plea because you believe you're guilty?
yes,
Okay, as to the amended charge of operating while impaired, which is a 4-point misdemeanor, punishable with a maximum penalty of 90 days in jail and or $500 and fines and 90 days of license suspension. How do you plead?
guilty.
Ms. Donnelly, can I have a factual basis?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Sauceda, were you operating a truck on South Larch in the city of Lansing, state of Michigan on September 9th of 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you stopped by the Lansing Police Department while traveling on South Larch that day?
Yes,
All right. And had you been drinking prior?
yes,
All right. Did they arrest you and give you a breath test at the station?
yes,
All right. And do you dispute that your blood alcohol content came 2.17 on the data master?
I do not.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Any questions from the city?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
Or satisfied with the factual basis, I'll accept your plea. Find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. This matter is set for sentencing July 11th, 2023 at 8:30 in the morning. Mr. Sauceda, you need to report to our probation department no later than 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursday of this week, okay?
Your Honor, could you said Mr. CDU took Friday off. Can he be there Friday morning? Because he has to work on Thursday and tomorrow. He said he could be there first thing Friday morning.
Yeah, I could be there 8 o'clock Friday morning.
I'm gonna let you be there Friday by 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. They'll get you all set up for your pre-sentence interview. If you've already undergone a substance abuse assessment, which I believe you did, that needs to be provided to them so that you're not ordered to do a new one, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions for the court at this time?
Nope, not at this time.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
None for the defense. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Sauceda.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. What is the amount this person owes? On the record in the matter. The people of the city of Lansing versus Darren Gordon. file number 23-01302. Mr. Gordon, you were supposed to be before the court back on May 9th for a pretrial. You failed to appear. We held the bench warrant for 48 hours. Why were you not here, sir?
Well, ma'am, I lost contract. It's kind of like, I'm in a homeless situation. I'm trying to get housing. I was kind of stressed. And I neglected coming, so I knew I had to straighten up because I'm trying to get documents straight as far as my housing, and I need some documents so I can clear up so they can accept me in housing.
Reinstate your bond at 100 personal recognizance. Ms. Donnelly, are you representing Darren Gordon? I have an appearance with your name on it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, did you need to speak with him?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay, we'll get him on Zoom. You can have a seat. We have the city attorney and your attorney here, so we can do your pretrial right now. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Are you ready to proceed on Cameron Jackson?
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Cameron Cordell Jackson, file number 23-000426. Council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Cameron Jackson.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, today was the date set for a free trial. We adjourned your last free trial because your attorney was waiting for a completed assessment report. How are we proceeding today, counsel?
Your Honor, we have received the assessment and forwarded it to the prosecutor. At this time, Mr. Jackson is prepared to plead guilty to one count of operating while intoxicated, first offense.
Okay, you say one count, but there was only one count, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so there was no offer extended?
No offer, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, you want to plead guilty to the original charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Okay, Mr. Jackson, before you can enter a guilty plea, you would have to give up the following rights. You have the right to proceed to a trial, and you have the right to a jury trial. At the time of trial, you have the right to the presumption of innocence. So you're innocent until the city can prove you guilty. You have the right to require them to prove your guilt at trial by proving each element of the charge being brought against you. They have to prove each element beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so, and you want to give up your right to the presumption of innocence today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you have to also give up your right to remain silent at any trial and not have silence be used against you. You'd have to give up your right to cross-examine any of their witnesses. You're going to give up your right to call your own witnesses to trial, and you're going to give up the right to present evidence that you believe would further a defense to the charge being brought against you. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody making any promises to you to get you to want to plead guilty to the charge today?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time, Your Honor?
Anybody making any promises to you to get you to want to waive your rights and plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has there been any threats made to you in exchange for a guilty plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
You understand that a guilty plea could result in the conviction that you may need to report to your current employer, or you may need to report a conviction on a future job application.
Yes, Your Honor.
A guilty plea could also result in a conviction that may have impact on immigration or travel status that you may be seeking. You understand that as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you believe you're guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
As to the original count of operating with a blood alcohol content of 0.08 or greater, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On a factual basis?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Jackson, on or about February 4th, 2023, were you driving on East Michigan Avenue at or near Museum Drive in the city of Lansing, county of Ingham, state of Michigan?
Yes.
And that's a road that's generally accessible to the public, correct?
Yes.
And the police encountered you and took you to the police station and administered a breathalyzer test on you, correct?
Correct.
And the last data master reading was 0.15 blood alcohol level, correct?
Correct.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Any questions from the city?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
5, with the factual basis, I'll accept your plea. Find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. This matter is set for sentencing. Your sentencing date's gonna be July 11th, 2023 at 8:30 in the morning. You need to report to our probation department no later than Thursday of this week at 10:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, they will get you all set up for your pre-sentence interview. If you have already completed an alcohol assessment, that needs to be provided to them so that you won't have to undergo a new one, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Will I get information about that appointment?
No, I'm telling you the information right now.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll go to them, then they'll set you up for an interview with them, but you have to report in person to fill out the paperwork, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and they're here on the 5th floor of City Hall. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, Mr. Jackson.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Same to you. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Darren Gordon, file number 23-01302, counsel appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Darren Gordon, who is appearing in person.
Thank you. Today was the date that we proceeded on a pretrial. There's one count of endangering intox drugs created disturbance. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, the city attorney has graciously offered a civil infraction that Mr. Gordon will accept, and that would be breach of the peace.
Okay, that's correct. So you want to accept responsibility for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your fine is $50. When can you make payment?
By the first, I get money every month.
You say by the
By the
first?
first, I can make it pay.
Okay, I'll note that you'll make payment no later than June 2nd. Do you have any questions today?
Have a document to show. I won't forget. Okay. Oh, I just gotta remember.
You gotta, I don't know what document we could possibly give you.
Okay, well,
But I could maybe set it for a sentencing date for you if that'll help
No,
you.
no, that's okay.
I don't
That's
know.
okay.
I don't know.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, okay.
I got one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
I
mean,
need
yes,
to
sir.
go get a statement saying about an incident, a police report statement. Where do I go to get a police report statement for the housing authority?
A police report statement.
A police report of an incident that happened? It
You need a
seems-
copy of a police report?
Yeah,
You can go downstairs. If you exit and walk around to that side, the police station side, you can make a request under the Freedom of Information Act for a copy of the police.
okay, thank you very much. Hey,
You're
have a good day,
welcome.
you all.
Same
Appreciate
to
it.
you. Don't forget.
Yes, ma'am.
If you
$50
forget, we'll send you a show cause.
Okay. well, I'll
Okay?
make sure I
That'll
make
be a
that
reminder.
payment. I'll make that payment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a good day, okay?
Same to you. They did not put Trevor King on.
I was wondering about that. He got a behavior modification yesterday morning and couldn't do a polycom with me, and I went down there and talked to him. I didn't imagine that means that they wouldn't allow him to appear today, but maybe.
See what's going on. We just had to nudge the jail to put it. I'm assuming that was Mrs. Sotala, but I could be wrong. So maybe they're a little backed up. Did we see Mr. Mosher? Has his attorney had any contact with him?
I have not had any contact with Mr. Mosher. I sent him an email because the phone number we had was bad, and I have not heard anything back.
Okay, what is your bench warrant? It's just on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Joseph Adams Atala, file number 23-00602 FY. Council appearance.
Andrew Stevens on behalf of the people. And Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office, here to represent Mr. Soltala, who's appearing from the jail today.
Hey, Mr. Sotala, you can hear us, correct?
Yes.
Today was the date and the time set for a competency hearing. I do have a report here from the state of Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Center for Forensic Psychiatry. It's dated for May 2nd, 2023. Council, did you get a copy of the report?
People have.
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
Okay, the opinion of the examiner was that despite the defendant's mental condition and that he was being partially treated on medication, that he was competent to stand trial. Is there any objection to the body of the report or to the conclusion?
None from the people.
None from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, without objection, I'm going to adopt the report and its conclusion. I'm going to find the defendant competent to proceed to trial. We'll get this matter set for a new PCC and exam date. At 8:30 for the PCC. Probable cause conference will be June 9th at 8:30 and June 16th at 8:30 for the exam. June 16th at 8:30 for exam. Any additional matters for the record?
None from the people. None from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, Mrs. Sotala. Can you hear me, Mr. Sotala?
Say again?
You're all set, okay, sir?
Okay, for what?
You're deemed competent and you'll have your next court date on June 9th.
On June 9th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Satalia,
Yeah,
you can leave the room, sir. You can tell the deputy that we need the next person.
oh, okay, so, what did I find out or anything, or just that my next court date is on the 9th of June?
Yes.
Oh, I can't post bail to get out of jail or nothing?
You're gonna, that's a question for your attorney, sir.
Oh, okay, all right.
Thank you.
You done? Yeah. Next person.
Okay, I'm gonna. I'll have you stop at the door and I'll open it in a minute, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. I'm resetting him. Give me 23rd at 10. You said you have a state matter?
No, he only has this, Your Honor, and he has been in custody for 12 days. Do we want to let him go at this point or keep him until the 23rd?
Oh, this is the individual that was supposed to do the
Community service work.
community service.
Yep,
He didn't
and
do
then
the community service?
he said he helped out his grandma, and his reasons for failing to appear on time were that he was working. So I believe that the message hopefully has been sent, but
I'll amend the bond.
Okay.
A bond will be amended to 300 personal recognizance, and we'll reset this hearing till May 23rd at 10. May 23rd at 10.
3rd at 10.
That's all I have for the morning.